15 on Method's map choice Dust 2. I'm Vansilli, and with me is Dust, and we're going to look at the CSGO roster rundown for Method on CT. It's going to be composed of Justin, Strubber, Toy, LA, and Silent. So nothing's changed there.
I'm going to fix this now.
No, LA.
It's Ely. He literally got angry at me at LAN for calling him Ellie and said, "Call me Ely." Like, he walked right up to my face.
Strubber and Strubber again actually getting 2 kills to start things off here, as they're going to try to get a bomb plant towards the B bomb site against Desi, Hades, Else, Wabbit, and Ocean for Follow
Still
eSports.
got it off.
I'm going to screw up every
rundown.
single name. Yeah.
All right.
Oh
Wow.
my God, did that just happen?
What?
I was gonna I was just taking my
Site has been held.
Yes.
Indeed it has.
B site has been
Confirmed.
succeed.
Wow.
Oh my God.
There was just that awkward pause between me and our exchange, and then we just kind of waited to see what was going to happen, and then before we could really, either one of us could make a call, it was over. That was kind of crazy.
Okay, so first round is Follow eSports.
Indeed, that is the one thing we pulled from that. As we will see the CTs get very aggressive here. Silent pushing past with a teammate. They also do have a scout onto Strubber, and you can see Follow eSports, they're being real cautious. Ocean's already picked up on this, but he does get traded anyhow, so his gun will get over to Justin here. We have a 4-on-4, and a couple of members already over in B, kind of realizing that's the gap that was left behind from this aggression A, but Follow eSports still playing pretty cautious here.
Yeah, exactly. And a bomb so far back here towards the entrance of upper B, just for them to try to lurk through, because you called the aggressive push first. They still want to try to scope it out. Now they spotted 2 guys with the crossfire towards B, so they're going to say, okay, they got to stack towards B, but at this time it seems that they're rotated out off the kill cam. So they're still lurking up towards upper B, but we still have Ellie holding towards Van.
Yeah, Ely is holding towards the van here with the 5-7. And they still have that Galil on Justin and Strubber with the scout. They're going to throw a nade on the van, and Ely's going to remain alive here, and he will not be able to get anything, though. So it's now an even 3 versus 3 as FE moves into the site with the bomb.
They spot Toy, though, inside the site. Else is able to take it down. Toy is an easy name to say. So now it's going to be 3 versus 2. 1-man advantage for FE, but at the same time, they're trying to salvage a Galil out of this, because it did go for a forced pistol buy as well, with Strubber going with glass cannon scout.
Yeah.
So that's going to be it. So the bomb should be going off. Everybody else is really fallen so far back here for the CT side. Minus Justin, actually, is about to go face-to-face against Desi. Not really the guy you want to go face-to-face against when you're trying to save your gun. So Galil
just save it.
is not saved. Yep.
I mean, granted, I know that next round they were going to be pretty much on a full save anyway, so maybe you just try to damage Follow eSports economy a bit more, force some more rebuys for later if you can win the opening gun round and instantly make them save. So I can kind of see why you stayed there, but yeah, like you either got to go for the full commit save or you're going to run into a risk like that, and you know that is going to go down. So 2-0 here for Follow eSports, but that certainly wasn't the clean round they had hoped for. That was quite shaky, but they still get it nonetheless, and they should have an easier time this round with Method only on P250s, but they still do have that scout in Strubber's hand, so there's still something out there that could pose a small threat.
Yeah, at this point, it's just going to be a pistol save. They're going to try to push aggressively with this jump. Okay, they're just going to try to get better positioning. More focused towards the balcony/palace hold, while they do have a 4-man stack there for the CT side. One guy is going to be Strubber with the scout. At this point, he's jump scouting a spot towards upper B, and that's the only information that they're going to work with by just holding stacks and having Strubber trying to peek for information.
Right, as Follow eSports have been able to get Hades out in mid, so now they're going to be able to also maybe work connector as well. Desi just working out A by himself, finds just 2 kills up close on the balcony. Now Ocean will move up, and the bomb will shift towards A, just off the single-handed effort of Desi. Just getting those 3 kills completely shifts what they were looking to do.
Yeah, Strubber then with that scout looking back towards upper B as he heard some noise coming down from B halls. So he got picked from behind. That's going to be only 1 casualty for the side of FE, but we're going to finally see a full gun round coming in for Method. At that point, only buying P250s with no armor or anything like that the last round gives them enough to go for small armor and nades, but no kits.
Also, no op for Silent as well, which is, of course, a big tool that you see used to defend mid on this map. So
Don't call him a tool.
Whoa. I said the op is a big tool. making me think that I messed up or something like that. Wow.
Oh, boy. All right, let's get back into it.
All right, let's get back into it here. As we do have Desi kind of leading point over here at upper B. Bomb is going to be down here behind him. There are 3 over towards A ramp, so not sure what Follow Esports is setting up for. They might just be working picks, to be honest. I mean, they don't seem to be really set up for anything I'm used to seeing on this map, which I guess is understandable as they don't have much experience on this map and they're using a stand-in, so that's obviously going to kind of throw things off a bit.
Yeah, and at the same time, they went for double smokes towards upper B. So they held it down. They're running down that clock at the same time. And Eli, went for a sort of smoke where he could actually still look.
I'm done.
Still look towards upper B. And Desi it was actually a trade for sprays. And it was actually Desi that got the top of it, but there was no kills coming through. So that falls things back, resets a bit. Maybe a fake coming through as an execute towards A. But nobody's budging right now for the CT side. So they could still hold this as the B is still towards upper B.
Yeah, exactly. And they're just pressing 3 members into A, like you said, trying to do the fake. They do get a kill, and now they actually can run into jungle and try to assist the B hit later, but no, Toy and Shubber cut them off. The B hit is going to come in with the bomb, so yeah, they'll be able to move in here and plant the bomb, but they're still going to be in a 4 versus 2 retake situation. But Toy didn't have any clue they were B just yet, finally realizes it, so now they will begin to shuffle over. But Method, I mean, they should have a good chance to win this. They have a 2v4, now a 1v4, in fact.
Yeah, a great shot coming through. Now it's going to be Wabbit, the last man standing. 2 of them are very low. They're still not making any noise, and they finally spot him, execute him from behind, so Strawberry's going to get the kill.
Yeah.
The defuse comes in for Method, and that is going to be the first round on the board here for this counter-terrorist team.
Seems like a really risky opening gun round to take if you're Follow Esports. You're banking everything on a fake, and you're committing a lot to the fake as well. It's not like you're just sending 1 or 2 members on the opposing site to try to make some noise and hold people in place. You're committing the majority of your players to doing that. So at that point, you have to get some frags. Like, you actually have to be able to limit what the resources Method are going to have whenever they do float over to the other side of the map, and they didn't. I mean, they only got like 1 kill. So that was a 4v2 at that point. So that was just a really, really failed fake there for Follow Esports.
All right, so just a standard round coming out here for Team Method. They actually smoke towards the entrance of A ramp to start things off. Not really an aggressive mid control to start things off for FE though. So still no AWP on their side. So that I'm actually surprised because that's 2 rounds in a row where they're not going straight for a mid control, knowing that Silent doesn't have an AWP.
They're just doing kind of a similar setup to last round. 3 over towards A ramp, the bomb over towards upper B. They are moving that bomb back over towards C spawn. They've already dumped most of their nades except for 2 smokes into the A side already to do nothing with it. I mean, they put a smoke jungle and stairs, which is part of an A hit, but then they didn't actually do anything. They're just still sitting back. So now they only have 2 smokes left. And Ely able to push through and grab Ocean at upper B. So again, like, FE just look kind of lost here on T side.
It starts off really well here for the CT side. The last 2 guys will just decide to overtake towards Tetris area, but Justin is still at Firebox, is able to take down Else, but finally, Hades stops that. Now it's a 4 versus 2, Hades and Wabbit. Oh, Wabbit, as he's getting sprayed down, manages to get the quick scope onto Silent to make it out a 2 versus 1. Now this could be big because now Wabbit being the last man standing with an op, but he makes it a 1 versus 1. I was going to say that if they actually win this one here, they could actually get an op in the hands of Silent. Now he's spraying through, forcing actually Wabbit off the plant. 1 HP, misses the quick scope. And that's the op in the hands now of Silent. Great round. Great attempt by Wabbit.
Yeah, I mean, a really good individual effort there from Wabbit, but just again, you can kind of tell that Follow Esports don't really seem to know what they want to do here on the T side, and they look a little bit shaky here on the start on how they're setting up and what some of their initial takes look like. But again, maybe to be expected due to the inexperience on the map and, you know, not having their full 5. But they will be on a pretty much a state this round. They do upgrade some pistols. Again, they are setting up over towards upper B and mid. The bomb is actually A, so it's not like they want to fake an upper B hit and try to bring the bomb into the A bomb site. That's never going to work. Like, there's no chance that this leads into a bomb plant.
That nade is going to hurt at upper B. The 3 of them are going to run through, but still Strebber is holding towards the top of the ticket booth, so they haven't spotted bomb yet, and there you go. That is going to be an easy kill. Ocean just walks out and dies.
Who was calling this stuff? Like,
Ocean.
It's never going to work. Like, I don't know what he's thinking, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. Method now winning 3 rounds in a row here ever since the gun round started. Follow Esports, though, are going to be back to a bye here with the AKs, head armor. They have full nade sets for the most part. I mean, everyone has a couple flashes and a smoke. Wabbit will be throwing some type of smoke at mid. I don't know if he was intending to throw some type of window smoke there or if it was a cat smoke. I guess it was cat, but look at the aggression here mid from the CT side. Able to get up. The smoke's not really affecting them at all.
Yeah, it was for a window, actually, to prevent the op from Silent, but Silent actually went for an aggressive push towards hallway from the spawn that he had. So now he gathers information that there's nothing towards Palace, so they're going to try to take this mid-control. But as they're saying that, how do you say his name? Ally? He's actually pushed all the way up mid. You gave up, right? He's actually going to push up mid, and he's going to get the information. He gets the headshot into Wabbit, but hasn't spotted the bomb yet. Spots him now, but Ocean is down to 7 HP. And now Else just at lower window. Spots him, trying to go for a second one. And somehow they just leave middle. Why does that happen?
I don't know. They had full mid control. I guess they just wanted to get away from it because they weren't seeing anything going on. But they got completely caught out there by Els. And now Follow Esports will be gathering up over here towards Upper B. Now Toy is still in position with this M4. Is hiding in the corner. He probably gets at least one free kill from this spot. And he'll certainly be able to get the information. That Molotov should be able to cue Trevor to go ahead and rotate. But Toy is still going to be alone here for a bit. He does get that one kill I was talking about. But will he actually be able to find anything else as Trevor makes that rotation? No, he doesn't get one more. So now it's a 1v1, Trevor versus Els.
Fake plant. Trevor actually made some noise. Now he knows it's going to be a full plant coming through. So now he's running out, but gives away his position. Now it's going to have to be ring around to Rosie. Yeah, there you go. His teammates are saying that. Not a smart play by running, giving away your position. So Els just had to look back towards that area, seeing that he wasn't peeking out towards the right side, leans back towards the left, and now Follow Esports gets retakes the lead actually in this game.
That's just a big play from Els there. I mean, good start from Method to get that initial push up mid, kind of avoid those smokes that were being thrown and just get out there and make a play to get initial 5-on-4, but then it just kind of fell apart. And Els just with the quad kill on the round, so really, really well done here. Still plenty to buy up here. Follow Esports again going to throw those same types of mid smokes, and looks like they do want to send Wabbit and Ocean out there to get that mid control, which will in fact happen. So 3 mid, Hades lurking over towards A, Els lurking over towards upper B. So this is a bit more of a standard mid control setup now we're seeing Follow Esports, but they do lose a member pretty quick to Justin.
Well, despite being a fire round, they have 2 Galils and a Deagle to start things off, so they're actually hurting in the money. So despite the round that they won. Yep. So it's a 4 versus 4. Wabbit is on the top of mid, behind the boxes, looking for this mid control with his team. Els had the first kill before against Justin inside the window. He's trying to do the same thing again, but this time I hope that the CTs are not going to look back to relieve the middle area and leave it open for the guys to just work through. And indeed, Toy moves in, gets the double kill by running through the smoke from the ladder room.
Wow, yeah, just catch him off guard with that smoke push. That was big to get a couple of kills and keep his team at the man advantage here, as they also got some initial kills over towards middle. Now it's just Hades and Wabbit trying to work themselves into the A-bomb, so they only have 1 smoke onto Wabbit and 1 Molotov. They will put the smoke out to block jungle and stairs, and he will plant for that smoke. That's good, because CT spawn is in fact exposed. It's open, so this is the smart plant, but can they actually hold off this retake?
Just luckily for Wabbit, nobody actually pushed out towards the jungle side, and he actually peeks through and wins the fight against Trevor, but quickly traded out by Justin at CT spawn, so it's a 3 versus 1. It's planted for Hades. Justin is just going to help Hades a bit by flashing his own teammate. Now Hades gives away his position. 1-2 tap, smoke's coming through. And now it's a 1 versus 1. Ely going for the full defuse. But the spam comes across and Hades clutches it. And oh my god, that's going to be 2 rounds. You can hear like the in-game talk going, please, hopefully he doesn't have a kit, because Hades is probably going to miss the spray, but he didn't, and save that round there for the team.
That's crazy how Follow Esports are winning some of these rounds. I mean, they're not doing anything really impressively tactically. They're just winning some key gun battles, or they're getting some key individual moments. I mean, Els had a big quad kill round for one of their big gun rounds a couple of rounds ago. Then that was just Hades coming up with a 1 versus 3 clutch. Overall, a 2-on-4 to win that round. So just winning some rounds despite being down a man on several different occasions. And now they finally have Method on a save, and Wabbit's picked up the first member there on a push in the underpass. And now Els will find Ely inside the B-bomb side. So here you have Follow Esports starting to get on a roll here on the T side.
Yep, and it's looking well for them for the map that they've chosen, like we said. So the first one that they won, if you guys just tuned in, 19-15 on Dust 2. Nice one shot! Another nice one shot onto Ocean! And that is so far a decent save round coming through. Now, Els gives away his position at jungle, but Justin, oh my god. Now Toy's looking to just capitalize on another kill here. They know that he's towards Sandwich. He manages to get the kill. Well, he saved the AK. He's got 21 HP. Hades is going to try to hunt him down. He's going to log the molly, but that should be enough time for Toy to run out. Yep. Saving his gun towards T-spawn. Flash being thrown. Bad flash. But then also Toy threw a flash himself instead of playing an angle. Couldn't save the AK-47, but...
I guess I've just been desensitized to 1D ever since I saw Happy's ace. Now nothing will ever be able to amount to that again. And, like, it just kind of...
Why? Because his 4th kill wasn't even a headshot, though. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was pretty sick.
That was probably the nuttiest thing I've seen in CSGO, to be honest.
Yeah. On land,
nothing will ever amount to that. And in a finals. On a map that you win against TSM. So there's a lot.
I remember 380 Bullseye on CPL Mill to win a Deagle clutch against 4 Kings to actually bring it to overtime. Or win overtime. I forgot about what it was, but it was actually pretty sick. 1.6 days.
Indeed.
Never forget.
Follow eSports has done quite well here on the T side, winning the last 3 rounds in a row to take a pretty decent lead here. But Method is going to be back on the bot. They still have yet to have an op this entire half on the CT side, so that has certainly limited Silent's ability to have an impact as much as usual. As we do see Follow eSports bringing that bomb over towards A. Everyone's gathering up here in T-spawn as well for the A hit. Now you have 2 guys playing pretty aggressively on A ramp. So they won't really be affected by any set smokes or anything that Follow eSports is going to throw. So we'll have to see how this plays out. This could either go really bad or really, really good for Method based on how they're positioned.
6-3 is our score now. Full gun round, no ops for either team. No kits for Team Method, though, so they're going to have to play based on aim. And because of that, they have to play aggressively, too, because they have actually no more smokes to recover any site. So they're going to try to go for the flash peaks. And it will work. Strebber gets the first kill. Molly being thrown. He spots another 2, but he's cornered into corner. Of course. Ocean then takes him down, moving up towards Tetris, but Justin is also towards Sandwich. Sees him coming out, draws the bomb carrier, trying to slam through the smoke, takes Hades down as well. But then Wabbit finally comes in for the trade from Tetris side. Desi lurking up towards Connector. Makes it now a 2 versus 2. Bomb is now going to get planted. Ely towards that jungle site, up with Toy on a 2 versus 2, so it's still winnable.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it. Yeah, Healy gets it, so now it's just going to be up to Wabbit, 1 versus 2.
He's at default bomb spot right now for Wabbit. They spot him, they take him down, and that's going to be the easy defuse despite not having a kit. But no AWP to salvage, but at least they salvaged a round for Method side.
Yeah, now it's just, like I said, Method playing up close on the A ramp, not going to be affected by any of those set smokes on the A site. I mean, they're in front of all those smokes, and so it was all going to come down to who was just going to win that duel on the A ramp, and it was Method who came out a bit better there with Justin and Strebber coming up, I think, with 3 frags in that whole process. So well done from Method to finally put a point on the board. After losing 3 in a row, they're right back at it. And they really need to win out from this point forward, to be honest. I mean, I think giving up 1 or 2 more rounds to Follow eSports is going to be pretty detrimental. So we'll see if they can keep it up as Follow eSports looks again like they just want to do some type of set A hit.
Yeah, and with a force buy on top of that, they lose this one here, they'll have $1,900. They lose another one, they'll probably be at 34 total. So it's going to be quite tough. They're going to have to try to play it aggressively right now and hopefully get a few picks at least to even out the economy on the following round. But quick counter flash is coming through from Method side. You can see everybody's doing a flashbang dance, moving inside this A bomb site and quickly getting picked apart. So now it's a 4-on-3 situation. Alice is still managing to push towards jungle and turns it around actually for FE. But then Toy does the same thing. Wabbit is now the last man standing. 6 HP. It's planted for him. Hades done it before. Can he do it this time against Ely and Toy?
He has such low HP, however. It makes it much more difficult, and yeah, Toy will sniff him out there. So, Follow eSports doing well. They didn't really have enough smokes to do exactly what they wanted, like the full wall off on the side. They just had that one for the center to plant inside of. And some of those gaps in the smokes really did help Method kind of stay even in the round the whole way through, get it into like a clutch situation like that. And then they were just able to win it there in the 2 versus 1. So they will take another round here, 2 in a row. As you were talking about, Follow eSports money going to be in bad shape. So they will have to, they're forced buying up though, like a lot. I guess they're just trying to punish Method's economy. They know they have Method in a reset type situation, and they forced a lot of rebuys. So I guess they're just trying to see if they can't, you know, mess up Method's economy even more.
It's going to be a save round, or should I say a force buy running through. 2 Deagles, 2 Tech-9s, and Galil towards upper B. Can Ely hold it? 1 kill. That's it. But Toy's also there for support here from the catwalk. Here go for Flash. He's actually dropped the bomb carrier down, so this is actually pretty good for them to give a chance for his teammates to rotate. And finally, somebody that needed to step up in this game was Silent. He drops 2 of his own with the AWP and make that 3. Now you can see from this overall scoreboard that everybody's pretty much contributing to this game, which is why we see a 6-6 score. I think why we saw a little bit of a disadvantage for Method here, Dust, is because Silent was able to hold his own as well, as he was actually 2-10 before he got that trip kill.
That's also the first time he's had an op, though, as well. I mean, the economy's been so tight on Method that he has yet to be able to get out his main weapon, but now he has it. He got a triple kill that round with it. He's going to have it here to play the window room this round as well. So now they can actually get into a pretty comfortable CT setup from this point forward, as long as they don't drop any rounds. And look, the double aggression on Palace again here from Method, getting so much information. If they keep pushing through here, they will send 1 back. Method will check underpass as well, so they get that kill. I don't think so. I don't think anyone's AFK. I think everyone's here.
Yeah, Hades was still inside buy zone until actually later, and just because of that, Silent was able to drop 2 with the AWP, make that a third. So, yeah, you're right. He's got the op, and he gets a 4K looking for the ace, but Toy's going to steal that away. And it's going to be now Method retaking the lead 7-6, looking to close it off here and at least end it on a 9-6 on a good note here for the CT side.
Yeah, just again getting that double push on Palace gets the information that there's not really anyone staging up for an A hit unless they're all A ramp, which basically gave Silent the idea to go ahead and just check underpass and see what was up, and he finds a kill and finds 3 more with the quad kill on the round. So that's back-to-back multi-frag rounds here for Silent to get him, 7 kills and putting at a total of 9 to finally, get up close to everyone else on the scoreboard for his team. So he's definitely stepped it up here now that he's been able to get his primary weapon. And now Follow eSports staging up over here inside the mid. They will flush Silent out with that Molotov and force him into a different position. But Strebber pushing A ramp and finds a pick, and again gets a lot of information.
Just a little bit of timing there coming through, and Strebber was actually the luckier one to actually get that kill against Hades. Now, a big mistake, should I say, for the T side is that they actually left the bomb inside T-spawn. So that's a big waste of time for Wabbit to have to go back and pick up the bomb, or if they even get an opening somewhere, time wasted to pick up the bomb and go to overtake this B bomb site. Because look, they've actually opened the B bomb site right now, and Wabbit still has to run across, pick up bomb, and run all the way across towards upper B, which could give enough time for Justin to meet up with his teammates to hold it off here towards or for the retake.
Yeah, I mean, they're already in retake positions before the bomb has made its way in. I mean, Justin's still sitting here. They're actually probably kind of scratching their heads on Method. Like, why haven't they planted the bomb B yet? Like, what's going on here? Silent does spot one over here at mid. There's also some people pushing Cat here, but Silent going to be able to try to bypass it through ladder, but Els, he's on top of it. He knows what's up, and he will go for the kill. Finally grabs it. Gets another. Well done from Els. Now it's all up to Justin, 1 versus 3.
Ocean screaming, Els is owning! That's a good Ocean that I remember, the way he used to just scream things out randomly when we were pugging back in the day. But now it's 7-7 our score. A nice round there for FE, who turns out quite well, because with the amount of time I would call this still a mistake leaving bomb inside T-spawn, but the amount of time that took Wabbit to take the bomb and move towards B kind of made the CT side a bit anxious to be like, okay, what's going on? We have to push aggressively to get some information, and that caught him off guard, and Els was able to get that 2 kill inside ladder room.
Yeah, really well done. That's after losing 4 in a row. Follow eSports finally puts another point on the board. And at this point, they've had a pretty successful T-side Mirage. I mean, 7 rounds is really good. They should be in good shape, and they might even have a chance at another one here as Hades has picked up Strebber. He tried his antics again on an A-ramp push. This time it did not pay off, and so Follow eSports can play the rest of this round out for now with a man advantage. But as soon as I say that, Toy gets aggressive mid and evens it back up.
And at the same time, he didn't want to keep pushing. Ocean makes his way up towards upper B, picks up the bomb, and meanwhile, Justin holds towards Tetra's side. Because I don't know, I think they were expecting a quick rotate after that push up initially at middle for Toy. So they actually had Hades maybe move up towards the Tetra's side to try to clear out the site, thinking it was going to be maybe a 1 versus 1 maximum after a forced rotation. But 2 guys are still holding there, so it's going to be a 2A, 2B hold now for Method, and they seem to have this round under control.
It is weird. Hades is out there kind of just isolated from the rest of his team, tried to make a play, didn't work, so now it's going to be a man disadvantage for fellow esports, despite the fact they had the opening pick on the round, and Wabbit comes in with the op. He does find one, so now we have a 3 versus 3. The bomb is making its way in. It should be able to plant no problem. We'll just have to come down to another one of these 3v3 retake situations and see who's able to come out on the better end.
So now the bomb is planted. It's a 3 versus 3. Justin is at ticket booth. He's going to jump off spot. So Ocean takes him down. Clock is still ticking on that bomb. It's still planted once again for a ramp, but Wabbit this time has an op. He whiffs the first shot, gets the second one, and connects, but then Justin trades it out, and Else is going to look all the way from Catwalk. What a run! And he makes it a 1 versus 1.
Yeah.
Clock is taking away on that bomb. He picks up a kit. That's going to be Ely, but that's going to be it. Playing that jumping and dancing game, but wow.
What a ballsy play there from Else. I mean, he ran all the way around. He left his team, you know, by themselves into basically a 2 versus 3. That's really, really risky. You know, if they would have died earlier before he was able to get to mid, that could have just been an auto win, but it pays off in the end. Big risk, big reward. Els has a great half there. Had, what is that, 14 frags, top fragger for his team. So a really good half and a really big play there in the last round to secure the half for Fellow Esports. 8 rounds from Terra side Mirage. They're definitely sitting pretty here.
So now we're going to wait for them to ready up to start off this second half, and it is going to have to be Method winning this second half to be able to tie things up on a 1-1 map, but if not, the victory is going to come in favor of Fellow Esports. As you guys are unfamiliar with CEVO, it is the best out of 2 with this point system for, what, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a tie?
Yeah, here. I mean, it's certainly, like I said, I think Fellow Esports really did more than I expected. I mean, watching how they were starting off the terrorist side half, they looked a little bit lost. Like they didn't really seem to be running any type of setups that I was used to seeing. Like they didn't really work like a proper bid control that I would expect. Like I don't think they used underpass at all. I can't even remember a time that I saw it. I think there was one time they did, but Silent got him with the op like immediately when he jumped down from window. Yeah. But other than that, they were very passive about how they worked mid. They very rarely even worked it, to be honest.
I think Else did it twice, where he actually got the kill onto Justin one time inside the window, the second time forcing him back. But you're right. Aside from that, out of 15 rounds, not utilizing underpass to take control of it is quite strange.
Yeah, then they were trying some really weird fakes that didn't seem to be like really well orchestrated either, and it just seemed like really like an odd half for them. Like they just didn't really seem like they knew what they were doing, to be honest. And I think like I said, it boiled down to just not playing the map much, not having your full 5. So I wasn't shocked that they were lost, but with that being said, I didn't see them doing well on T side, but they wound up with 8 rounds. I mean, just winning some really key clutch situations, having some pretty solid individual efforts. Like Els had that one big round on the catwalk. You had Hades have that huge 1 versus 3 clutch. So you had some people come up big with just some big plays, and that was kind of what allowed them to still push some rounds, despite the fact that strategically they didn't look so hot.
Now, we've seen this exact score between these two teams on a map like Dust 2. This time it's going to be a Mirage. Do you think we'll still see the same type of results, or do you think Fellow Esports is just going to dominate this time on CT side?
You know, I don't really know. I mean, I think you have like a really big player in Desi, who's going to be able to frag really well on the CT side for sure. I think, you know, this is a map where you could see the double op with Hayes and Wabbit and see what they can do, or just a single op on window. It just depends on how Method plays his Terra side. I mean, to be honest, they haven't... I don't know too much about their Mirage, if I'm honest, so I don't really know what to expect. I know that they've had a couple of wins on it against some decent teams in the NA scene in our league. I think they're like 2-0 in CEVO on Mirage, so they certainly have, and they beat Complexity on ESCA. And in each case, they've had a decent Terra side, so I think they're still in this game.
All right, well, Silence, the first one spotted, who sees Desi at connector, forces him to fall back, and as he does so, he gets picked off by Toy from Palace. But just like that, Wabbit capitalizes on a 4 versus 4 by jumping out the window and taking out Silent himself. Hades inside the spawn at ticket booth. Goes for a quick headshot there onto Strebor, and Toy retaliates back, but at least the bomb is planted, so it's a retake moment. But Toy gets another headshot, picking up a T250 onto Elson. Yes, is this real life? Now it's a 2 versus 1. Toy and Ely versus Wabbit. Wabbit moving in, trying to get the fake defuse out. And after shooting that bullet there, it gives away his position. But he manages to get the one tap onto Toy. Actually took him 2 bullets. But just like that, there's no time left. So Ely's going to clutch this no matter what by default. And a round comes in for Method.
Yeah, so I mean, Method doing a great job there to win that pistol round. They've now tied up the score 8-8, and I mean, I think they certainly gave up a lot more rounds than I'm sure they had hoped for there to follow eSports there in the first half. But we'll have to see how they can recover. Again, they've had some pretty decent results on Mirage in the NA scene here recently. And in each of those cases, they've been able to pull off actually some pretty solid T sides. They played 11 rounds on the Terra side against Complexity just a couple of days ago. So there's definitely still a chance for them to come back into it. That's a great start to get the pistol.
Yeah, and it shows as well at the same time that Toy has been a great addition to Method GG here. 17 and 10 on the map of Mirage so far. Playing very well on the CT side. Doing so far so good on T side, almost getting that kill from a nade onto Ocean. But just like that, they take mid control. They also take B control right now as they're starting to see a stack coming in from Silent, who's trying to clear out the area. He's actually going to jump into it, actually, and gives away his spot. So that's going to be 1 gun down. And they're waiting for the Fade camera to leave before Ocean can pick up the MAC-10, or it's going to be Els that's going to pick it up. Meanwhile, we have planted a bomb towards the A bomb site. And it should be technically an easy round right now for Method.
Yeah, they do clear out Wabbit. You're not going to be able to save that 5-7. The MAC-10 is being saved for Els for now, and it seems like it'll continue to be that way as Ocean even picks up one for himself also. So a couple of MAC-10s being saved here from the CT side. That could pose a real threat next round with these. I mean, if they can keep them.
Well, they might not be able to. They're going to try to take down Ocean. If Ocean can get a frag, though, with the MAC-10, at least it adds money to the bank. But Strebber is going to say no and takes him down with the Galil.
All right, so, I mean, nothing safe here for fellow eSports. So, I mean, they're just going to take what I would assume to be just a full save to buy up next round. Method, though, having to do a lot of rebuying here. That was actually a pretty costly round for them, so money is a bit low. But if they can take this round flawlessly or without dropping too many members, then they should be able to build it right back up. Fellow eSports will 250 up. They will stack the A bomb site with 4 players, 1 just spotting mid.
It's going to be Desi. Toy actually tried to lean out first, but actually that smoke maybe could give a chance for Desi to still see through that window, and that's why he's spammed with that 5-7, but Toy already made it up, and he's down to 25 HP, was fully flashed as well, and Els will capitalize on that. Wabbit just on the other side eats a nade of Justin, so it's a 4 versus 4, but just another opponent is on the other side of the corner, on the top of the balcony. Justin might not spot it. So now it's just calm for a bit. At least he's going to get support from Strebber, so this is it. They should be able to get this round here. Well, maybe not. They still are not going to check this corner. They're just making it. Oh, no. The miss. Should I say the timing coming through? Because the flash was thrown and Ocean ran through and just got flashed trying to get the kills into the Palace side. If he wasn't blind, I think he would have had those. And just through the box, Hades gets a spray headshot onto Ely without capitalizing on, well, without saying that he actually got a nice one-tap, 1D on the top of the balcony as well. So now he's going to go for another spray. Actually, his opponent is down to 66 HP now. But the bomb is planted for Cat. Should be a winnable round now for the last 2 guys remaining. Indeed, it is. Strebber with 2 kills of his own, and that's crazy.
Yeah, so good job by Method here. They're now up to 10 rounds, and as I said, I mean, they've been able to put up some double-digit rounds. They get some pretty decent teams like Complexity, like the X-Mortality. So they're definitely in a good position here. I think that they will be better tactically on the Terra side than Fellow eSports was. Fellow eSports looked a bit lost. I think Method has a bit more experience on the map. They had their full 5, so we should be seeing them play pretty well organized. We do see them staging up here for what looks to be some type of set A hit. They're going to have 3 people setting up smokes at A ramp. They have Justin lurking over towards mid, and they're going to have Silent over here over towards the Palace. And Justin's pulling a lot of numbers to watch mid right now. Desi, Wabbit, and Els all focused on mid. Only Hades really watching A with an M4 from CT spawn, and he'll get smoked out. So there's a great chance for a bomb plant here.
Well, we already have one red heated back up towards the staircase, and who better than Desi right now with the M4. They're still stuck towards Tetris side. They're still waiting to move up towards the A side for the terrorist team, which gives plenty of time for FE to rotate. They already have 3 guys at connector, so this could be a bloodbath to happen very soon. They're also, again, going to try to plan for this connector, and then Silence just going to spam 2, manages to get 2, but finally traded out by Els. Bomb is planted out in the open, gives enough time for Method to fall back and go for positioning as well, but Hades holding a spot at the ticket booth, gets another one in.
Look at Justin on this flank through connector. No one has any idea he's about to do this. He should catch Ocean completely for free, and he will. And that's just a well-orchestrated play there from Method, just using Justin to keep focus on mid. You know, Hades, the only person on A, really passive position, gets blocked behind a smoke. So does that rotation connector. They're all trapped behind smokes. They just have to concede the bomb plant. They have to play a retake. And Method is able to hold it off, as well as just Justin being able to get in that key flank. So really well orchestrated there from Method.
What a turn of events, too, in terms of fragging. Desi would drop a 4-bomb, or as you guys would call a 40-bomb these days in 2015, but he's at 8 and 16 at the bottom of the scoreboard this game on Mirage.
And they're trying to get aggressive here at mid, and Desi will, in fact, find a 1-deek for his troubles, but the rest of his team has been dealt with pretty easily, and he eventually will fall as well. So good positioning there from Method to just catch that aggression and ensure that they don't fall into some type of trap, and they should take the lead now 12-8.
And they will do so. So Method is actually looking a lot better here on T side than they have with a struggle on CT side before. So I'm not sure when. Usually I think should be an easier hold for CTs on Mirage. I don't know if you think differently here, Dust, but things just seem to be a little bit better for Method on T side without really taking mid control again.
Yeah, I think Mirage definitely has a CT bias, so there's no doubt about it, but I don't think it's like crazy CT side. We've seen a lot of teams, if they're good Mirage teams, they can put up a good amount of rounds on the Terror side. There's so many options with mid control and all the heavy set A hits you can do with the smoke walls and stuff. There's opportunities there. Method, they're taking advantage of them here, as now they have the opening pick as well at upper B. Off the back of San's op, they're staging up over there with the bomb as well. There's 4 members there. Just one lurk over at mid. That's going to be Toy. But they do begin to back off. I think they forced the rotate that they wanted, and now they're going to actually string this bomb back over towards A, which would not be a bad idea because it's only really Desi and Hades here.
Well, Desi and Hades is still very scary in terms of a duo there.
Absolutely.
So
They can smoke off Hades is really the key thing. They can block him off. They can isolate. Even Desi can get smoked off here. They're both playing passive positions, so...
They're setting up for it right now, so it's going to be probably a 45-second throw and then go. But Wabbit manages to get the kill on to Toy at the beginning of the 45-second mark, I guess, towards middle at Playmaker. Right, so just like that, it's down to a 4 versus 4. Now that they're finally executing, it's such a smart move for Desi to actually throw out that molly to prevent them to move up the A ramp for now. But peeking out towards through the smoke, it's a trade for trade in terms of up, but Desi still holds it down towards the ticket booth. It's a 2 versus 3 situation, soon to be a 3 versus 1 as Wabbit gets the frag with the AWP. Now through the smoke, Trevor spots him with the AK-47, and then Desi. There's a lot of spamming going through here through these boxes these days that I wasn't aware of that people did a lot in the past, and it's changed a lot in the past few months.
Yeah, definitely helped out there. It's also just key that they didn't get a smoke on CT spawn for Method, so they always had to worry about it. And that's what's so hard. Like, if you don't have a smoke on CT spawn, it's so hard to plant the bomb inside the A site without being able to block off that rotation, just because it is a pretty wide choke point. And then Desi's obviously a really good fragger to be in that position holding you off, and he came up big with a couple of frags there. So I think that was just kind of the key thing, the key missing piece from Method was having that happen. Also just Toy getting caught, and now Wabbit getting aggressive with the op mid does find the opening pick this round. So Follow eSports are starting to fight back here.
Yeah, Toy got caught again because they did have a smoke for them to cross from mid side over to the brown boxes, but actually they left the connector open, and that's where Wabbit was hopping from and not from window. Now he's going to spot the second one here. He's going to take down Silent, and just like that, they're about to turn things around and make it a 12-10 score and possibly put Method at some sort of force buy or save round. Wabbit, another one. Those who called him a bot before, he redeems himself this time here. So a nice three kill.
I mean, Wabbit just went absolutely nuts with the op this round with 3 kills there, just being able to get it out in mid and really contest Method's mid control quite effectively. And it's left Strebber just alone here with the bomb inside a ramp. He has a 1v1 to win. He could get a plan if he wins this, but he will not. Hades will stuff him. And so there you have it, Follow eSports stringing together a couple of rounds in a row, starting to, close the gap on the scoreboard here, just a couple away from tying it. And given the economic situation that we have at this point, Method will just be on upgraded pistols this round. So this further increases Follow eSports' chances to to get this closer to that tie situation.
They also have 4 smokes. I thought they were setting up here for smokes at A, but it looks like they're going to execute towards B. One of them just a little bit too big to run through this door. That's going to maybe lose maybe 1 second or 2 to give enough time for Ocean right now to set up on the top of upper B. And he's pushing it aggressively right now. They're going to wait possibly for that smoke to dissipate before, and then they're going to execute through. No, they're just going to flash across and run through. So Ocean's just waiting around the corner. And now he gets the first kill. Still trying to spam across. Gets the second. And then gets a third one with courtesy of Else. Actually is going to be the one that gets the third one. Now smoke's coming through. Nobody's just crossing towards that doorway. So that's going to be it.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
executed.
That was just getting run through the blender, right? I mean, you're just, you're on pistols. You're just trying to make a play. They just tried to rush upper B, and they got completely, closed off from that. But they will be back to a full buy this round. We have seen them have some pretty solid, heavy A executes with the smokes. We haven't been able to see them contest mid. Silent does have an op inside of his hands. He has a pretty decent spawn for trying to pick A, but it doesn't seem like he's going to go for it. He's just going to put it into Palace, and they're just going to try to work this A site with Justin again doing that lurking position role over at mid. And this is a similar tactic to what they ran a few rounds ago, and it was successful, but this time, I mean, they get busted before they can even get started. Their flank gets caught. You even see the op going down from Silent at Palace. I mean, they couldn't even start their tactic before they got put in this to now.
And that was a bad smoke to start things off, because that smoke that they threw from spawn was intended to block towards the catwalk area. But the way that landed, there was still a slot so that they could see from catwalk if they're going to push aggressively on CT side to look up towards upper mid. But at the same time, it covers up anybody that's peeking towards connector side, and that's exactly what happened and how Desi got the kills. And now Hades pushing aggressively towards the entrance of A site, finally traded out by Ely. But then Wabbit retaliates back, and it's now tied up 12-12. And again, it could have been something a little bit more different if they actually landed that smoke well, actually, for T-side to overtake and take control of that mid.
It was also key that Silent went down so early in Palace as well. Trying to work an op pick, and Wabbit caught him. So, I mean, you're just in an instant 3 versus 5 at that point. I mean, that pretty much just, like I said, kills your tactic before you even start to develop it. Now they're on just pistols again, and Follow Esports has tied it up, but a great chance to take the lead back here, as it will be Method staging up over at the A-bomb site. 3 in Palace, 2 A ramp. They're just about to try to use this one flash, a couple of smokes, and just explode.
Well, Desi's waiting under the balcony, 1 and 2, looking for the third. He's getting pushed down by Justin, but Wabbit's waiting with that op. A nice quick scope onto Strebber, but then Ely finally gets one, but that is it, because Hades is still alive inside the site as well. And now they retake the lead in this game. What was 5 rounds in a row on the second half for Method is now retaliated back by, or answered by, 5 rounds in a row by FE.
Yeah, I mean, really well done here from Follow Esports. They're starting to defend quite well. Method starting to, some of the tactics that were working for them earlier in the half no longer are. It's mostly just been because Follow Esports are getting some solid opening picks, especially at mid. I mean, Desi and Wabbit have been punishing them over in mid quite a lot. You see Toy just posted up passively here, but Desi is going to start creeping up. Here comes a pop flash. He uses it to push in, gets the kill on the Toy, and he will begin to back off. Meanwhile, Wabbit getting these upper B kills. I mean, these opening picks are just killing Method.
Yeah, wait, he survives with 2 HP. Yeah, Silent definitely is going to call that out. He's like, I had that. Meanwhile, Ely is at least able to get a kill onto Catwalk, so evens it up a little bit here. It's a 3 versus 1, and could have been a little bit more. Justin tried to clear out the A side by himself, because Wabbit's at 2 HP, Desi's at 23. Work as a team, you drop 2 easily. You're on the 2 versus 1, because all you need is 1 bullet in the chest of any of those 2 players. But because of that, we tried to play the hero with Strebber, and now Ely is going to have to try to clutch at 3 versus 1.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to work in here with the bomb. Hades is going to be in position with the op. He hears all these nades. He's going to be able to call the rotation in, so Desi's already in CT spawn. Does get the kill on to Hades, but it's still going to be a tough 1 versus 2.
Well, he gets legged down to 10 HP. Gets the second kill, should I say. Now it's a 1 versus 1. Knowing where Desi is at, that nade is not going to kill him. 26 seconds left on the clock. He's going to plant it in the crack for Catwalk. So Desi's going to walk up CT spawn, but Ely could still think that he's going to be moving towards the jungle side. But no, he's still going to keep looking towards the CT spawn. 23 HP versus 10 HP.
And now he's going to be able to slip into jungle as well. So now Desi's going to have to play this game where he has to kind of guess, and he also has to tap a bomb to force him to peek out as well.
Guessed everything wrong, and he counts to the 3 before he peeks out. Oh, no, but he half peeks. He missed his own plant for his advantage. And Desi wins that 1 versus 1 to make it 14-12. That was so anticlimactic because he heard him run towards the site. He saw him throw the molly towards connector. He heard the tap. All he needed to do was peek out.
Like, well, the thing is, he was so deep into jungle that when Desi started that defuse, like, he really had to, like, he had a sense of urgency to get out there to make sure it wasn't being stuck, because it was a pretty decent amount of time. It was going to take him to peek out from where he was sitting. Would have almost been better if he would have been connector, so he could, like, quick check the bomb every so often, or at least play the corner a bit tighter. But either way, it just didn't work out. Now Follow Esports are a couple of rounds away from winning this whole series, despite the fact that I thought Method had a solid chance to take it for themselves instead. They will try to work mid a bit differently. They do have Strubber coming underpass this time, so this is a bit of a different look, but they still have to contend with Desi and Connector, who's been pretty hot on this CT side.
Man, at the same time, the economy is being built up here for Follow Esports, dwindling down to the last few rounds of this match. They could be in a comfortable position to forcibly buy for at least 2 more rounds. And this is actually really tough for Method, because if they actually lose this round, they could still buy, and then it resets the money for Method on their side, and then they're screwed facing game point.
Now, they do have some pretty good mid-control here on Method. I just want to also note that Method was a 90% favorite on CSGO Lounge to win this series, so this could be a huge upset based on the faith of the community.
Yeah.
As, I mean, Method, though, they had such good match control. Even Trevor pushed up, but he walks right by Desi. Poor guy. Gets destroyed. Now it's a 4-on-3 for Follow Esports.
Yeah, he just said, oh my god, are you kidding me? And that's it. Desi's going to hold this out. One sandwich, draws the bomb carrier, and now it's silent. Is the last man standing on a 4 versus 1, and he is the only one that could probably get something done. And at this point, I would probably save my gun. I got 10 seconds remaining.
All right. And I mean, you noted how Desi was off to a slow start this game, and that was certainly true. He didn't have the best half on the terror side, but on the CT side, he's 12-6, yes. And he's been really good at playing that connector. He's either pushed up mid and got an opening pick on someone back cat. You know, he's stopping them from being able to push connector. He's getting people pushing up catwalk. I mean, he's just making some solid plays in Wabbit on the half, 16-7 with that op. I mean, he has been absolutely on point, and Follow Esports are now just 1 round away from stealing the series away from Method and getting a pretty solid upset.
That's crazy for the turnout events here. I don't think even Method thought that this game was going to be this tough against Follow Esports, but now the tides have turned. Yeah, they're looking to bring this back to hopefully a second OT overall.
Oh.
But no! Nice pick by Desi onto Ely. Then at least it's traded out by Toy. He spots another one at connector, but it's still going to be a 4 versus 4.
Yeah, definitely. At least they were able to trade that out, and they do get into a 4-on-4 situation. The bomb is going to be over here towards upper B for right now with Silent, Strubber, and Toy just watching for any more aggression, any more pushes. Toy even setting up a couple of nades. I think he just threw a smoke or something over here towards mid. Yeah, he's going to block off any opper from being able to watch him creep up the catwalk, and this will, in fact, be a B split. And Ocean, he's kind of off by himself here. Els is the closest rotator, and he's kind of far away, but he's in kind of a ninja spot, so we'll see if he's able to get a good initial battle before that rotation comes in.
So Ocean playing it very calmly. 40 seconds left on the clock. He's the only one that's going to hold this push from Method. But he throws a smoke. Why?
Why?
Gives away his position. Justin gets the easy kill and plants it through the smoke.
What a joke. Like, you're playing a ninja spot. Be a ninja.
Yeah, I wanted to be more of a ninja by throwing
Needs a couple more lessons with Mr. Miyagi, man. I don't know.
Nice shot by Sign at least, though, onto Els, retaliated back by Hades. Now it's a 3 versus 2, and 2 ops to try to retake. Oh, but the op shot just went above Trevor's head. At least the second one connects. I know one spotted from the bench. Clock is ticking on that bomb, but I think Hades said, screw that, I'm going to try to save my gun. But it could have still been winnable, because they actually were getting kills after kills. Yep, but the bomb
Hades couldn't really account for Wabbit to get those shots, though. I mean, those are pretty unlikely ones, because people just kept repeaking them for some reason. But yeah, I mean, Ocean blew that. I don't know. I don't get it. The whole point of you playing that spot is to get the jump on someone. Then you throw a nade from there to be spotted before you can do that. That's just kind of silly.
Yeah. I don't know. Just hopefully you don't do it again, because after that, like, Desi and Ocean kind of spoke to each other after. Ocean sighed. He's like, yeah, I know that was a mistake, so that's never going to happen again. But at this point, at the same time, they probably will expect him to play that spot, so they're gonna actually look there next time. They're gonna try to take over B side. So that could have been their round to win there. Oh, peace!
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was about to just start on about something, but what a shot there from Wabbit to kick things off, as the bomb is going to be over here outside A. They have one working underpass, one lurking upper B, so they're pretty spread out at this point. Trying to work this A side eventually, and they do have Strubber coming up connector, so they could get a pretty solid A pinch here, but they have to wait a long time for that bomb to be picked up by Judson before they work into the A site. But
Strubber's up connector. Strubber's up connector. He could actually flank across towards jungle here.
If Wabbit would just look to his left.
Yeah, but Ocean actually just got the Tori just got late there by the Opera at window side, which is Hades. So he's still just lurking there for the longest time, just waiting for this guy Trip Box to peek. But Dizzy's also on top of the balcony, so who's going to take the upper hand? Ely's going to spawn him first.
Shot his teammate.
Oh my god.
The Opera shot his teammate.
Oh my god. At least Ely gets the kill onto Dizzy at least after, and Strubber still manages to get the kill onto Hades and to clear out the A bomb site. Now it's a 4 versus 2 situation, and oh my god, it was sloppy, but it works.
It does work, and it was just all about being able to slip Strubber, and that was such a big play, just getting that mid control, something that Desi and company have been contesting pretty well throughout the half. That time around, it didn't quite pan out. So good job there on Method, just being able to pinch A from basically all 3 routes, you know, connector, palace, and A ramp, and winning the battles despite some shenanigans. And they will remain in the game for at least a round longer, thanks to that victory. And in fact, no, never mind. Everything's still square here.
Thanks for a throw by Ocean.
Yeah. To follow eSports full buy here. This game has gone the distance. All 30 rounds again. Last time we went into overtime to decide it. Will we do that again? I mean, we'll see here. Method, they still have plenty to work with to put together another round, as they, again, look like they want to go for that mid control.
Oh, boy. So they're going to take more control of middle this time. But the op in the hands of Wabbit is actually playing towards Catwalk side. So they take underpass control. They take mid control as well. So it's going to have to be the Opera of Wabbit who's going to try to look back towards Catwalk. Can he actually hold it? No, it's smoked out. So great control right now for T side.
Look at this push A ramp, though. They get so much information from this. I mean, L should be able to even, like, rotate at this point. Or he has to worry about connector instead. But the fact is
look at Ely, too, though. Ely's actually anticipating that by watching flank.
And this is not going to be an A split either, so that means Hayes and Desi, they just have to actually fall back to the site, so their push doesn't really yield them anything, except that there's not going to be a set A hit. But Toy catches Wabbit aggressively on Cat. That's a big kill to get.
Yeah, now Ocean's by himself inside B, so if they actually push aggressively right now, they could actually take down Ocean and just take over the B bomb site. But that forces a quick rotation there, saying, okay, Ocean, we have to try to support him right now. He hasn't been playing so well. We have to support him, and it didn't work. Now Silent gets the off kill onto Ocean. They leave the A side open, but Desi's down to 12 HP through the smoke. He's going to get mollied through. And Toy's actually going to try to push through and get him. The bomb has now been planted. Here's the footsteps. He's going to let him pass, gets the kill, and we're going to overtime.
Again.
Wow.
Went to overtime on Dust 2, and it was Follow eSports had the clean sweep, so won at 19-15, but now we're on Mirage, and I'm really surprised. I thought Follow eSports had a good little thing going there on the CT side. I mean, they won in regulation. I think it was like 7 rounds in a row towards the middle of the half. I mean, they were contesting mid very, very well with Wabbit and Desi. The set A hits weren't really catching them too off guard either. I mean, they were playing us a good CT side. Then all of a sudden, Method able to start getting some mid control. Desi wasn't playing it as aggressively anymore. They weren't getting any opening picks on that side of the map anymore. And once they were getting that mid control, they were able to run some pretty decisive side splits and secure themselves in overtime. So, well done.
And a great play overall here for Method as individual plays. Just look at the scoreboard right now. It's 23 for Toy, 22 for both Justin and Strubber, 19 for Ely, and 20 for Silent. So everybody played their part overall. While you're looking at the other side, what was Desi supporting Ocean? This time it's Wabbit supporting Ocean. Ocean's at 11 and 24. Wabbit had to be at 32 and 19. So we'll see what's going to happen in this overtime. At least the advantage is that Follow eSports are starting off on CT side. But then again, overall, both teams have shown weakness on CT side one more time.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of mistakes, though, for sure. I mean, Ocean kind of botching his ninja play over at B was certainly kind of like a critical mistake to give up a key round there late. We also just saw a couple other things just not quite go Follow eSports' way as they were working to close that game. So unfortunate for them because I really thought had a chance to pull off the upset. They still do, but now they have to do it a bit of a harder route on the way there, as they just couldn't close it. Method able to get those last couple of rounds there, and I think we will just take a quick break. But when we come back, we will be into overtime. So stay tuned, folks. And we're back here with the overtime between Method and Follow eSports. As Method were able to fit in just a few rounds there at the end of the half to be able to push this into the OT. We'll see what they can do now that we found ourselves here. Remember, it is a MR3 in case start money. It's a race to 19 rounds. 18-18 split would mean a second overtime. So last time around in OT on Dust 2, Follow eSports were able to take care of things rather quickly. I mean, they had the 4-0 sweep to just win 19-15. Here on Mirage, I expect things to be a bit different. Method certainly seemed a bit more sure of themselves on Terra's side, so to speak. Like they seem to have some actual tactics that they knew what to do. They knew how they wanted to play it, so to speak. Whereas Follow eSports seemed a bit lost on theirs. But they did have a good CT. Like Wabbit and Desi were key early on in the half on controlling mid. Those last couple of rounds that they did kind of suffer a little bit from that. They were forced to fall back and couldn't have the impact with the opening picks. And that's going to happen again here in this first round. Method uses that smoke to get up Cat very quickly and take down Els.
Now it's going to be a 5 versus 4. They're storming inside this big bomb set, and that probably answers my question as to why we didn't have an AWP in the hands of Silent this round here. They just went for an aggressive push, all with AKs. 2 guys are in market, but nobody's clearing it out. At least they get the bomb plant now, but this could be a good overtake right now for the CT side, but it's not. Wabbit gets picked off at market. Toy looks back towards Catwalk and kills Hades, and just like that, Desi with 14 HP is the last man standing.
And he has to save this M4. Obviously, CTs can get screwed in overtime. You could get forced to save, or well, not save, but not be able to really buy much at all on that third round of the half, so he has to try to get away here, but he can't. Toy catches him, and I think that's just Method responding to what they saw at the end of the half. They saw that Wabbit wasn't really contesting mid very much with his op. Desi was playing a bit more passive in the connector, so they were just able to run up Cat for free, basically, off of that information, and have a huge opening pick, and then take the B site. Really well done.
I don't know what it is about Toy's avatar, but I really like it. It's not that it's... Like, I know it's Toy Story, but something about Cool Story Bro with the same icon of him being Toy, and then, I don't know, something about it just makes it look awesome. But they're going to set up for an A take right now for the terrorist team, sorry, as Justin's going to be lurking towards middle, decides to fall back towards mid, so it's just going to be eventually a 5-man push-up towards A.
Exactly.
So much smoke.
Yeah, this is a big smoke ball here. They're going to use Justin. They were going to use him as lurk, but then he just comes back to the actual A site. And FE, though, doing a great job on kind of wrapping back into here. They get into a 3 versus 3.
Just like that, Ocean's coming in from the jungle, spots one inside the palace area. Ellie, sorry, is still holding towards the fireboxes. He's going to spot Wabbit onto towards the stairs, manages to take him down, but it's trade after trade now. At the end of the day, it's a 2 versus 1. Justin, he's just going to let him full defuse. They're going to get this round.
Yeah, Ocean was able to kind of guard him there, and so it is going to be a split here. In this first half of overtime, 16-16. We'll see who can take the last round here, as both rounds have been quite quick. I mean, Method just been moving really fast. First was a quick B hit, it worked. That was a quick A hit, did not, though it was quite a close round. So we'll see if Method, are they going to slow things down? Are they going to keep the tempo up and just try to be really, really aggressive, as we do see them gathering up once again very heavy over here at mid, and they are moving quite quickly up Cat again.
Oh, Wabbit, though, misses the op shot just towards the top of the stairs, and luckily for Smokes to actually keep him alive, he escapes with 3 HP. Desi's spamming through, gets the headshot onto Toy. They're looking for retaliation with success. Strebor also, meanwhile, onto Ocean, so there should only be one left inside B. It's going to be Else. He gets the headshot into Strebor. They know where he's at, though. He gets a second kill, and that gives enough time for his team to rotate as they're coming up on a 3 versus 1. Now a 2 versus 1, but Wabbit's only 3 HP, so still a winnable situation for Ely. Ely now is looking back inside the site, upped by Wabbit, and just because of that smoke that kept them alive down to 3 HP was enough for him to save the round for Follow Esports.
Yeah, really well done. I mean, it was just Method on a string of really quick attacks, and only one of them worked, right? Just not able to make anything happen that second time around on that quick B hit. And so it is Follow Esports with the 1-round lead going into the second half OT. Remember, it is a race to 19, or an 18-18 split leads to a second overtime. So we'll see. Can Follow Esports find a couple of rounds here and finish it off in the first overtime as they did on Dust 2? Or can Method take it instead, or force a second one? We'll have to see here.
Well, it's definitely going to change because it's the result from the first half has already been different from what we've seen on Dust 2. And if you guys are just tuned in, it actually finished 19-15 in favor of FE on Dust 2, going into overtime as well. And it was a map chosen by Method here. But now that they overtake the CT side, I think things might change a little bit now that they are a little bit more comfortable in terms of aiming on CT side. Having to, oh my god.
Apparently they are just having a little bit of chat here, kind of like a timeout before the half even starts sort of deal. And I think they'll just have to figure out what they want to do on T side. We kind of noted that in regulation they looked a bit lost. They looked a bit unsure of themselves. They were throwing some weird fakes that were seemed kind of odd. They didn't really have like a good mid control that they seemed to be able to work. A lot of it just came up to really just big individual efforts. A couple of clutch plays from Hades and Elves really helped them out, as well as just winning some straight up gun battles once they got into a site. So really relying on just brute force and clutch ability to be able to get rounds on their terrorist side. And I think they need something a bit better this time around. I don't think they can rely on that. You can't rely to clutch every single time, you know. So we'll see what they can come up with here to bring to the T side to see if they can't figure this out and close out this game.
Now that he said, all right, Stafu, Ocean's not gone. We're actually just talking. That means that there's probably going to be some elaborate scheme in terms of strategies that they want to pull. Unless it's going to be an all-out rush, let's just freaking go. But I have a feeling it's going to be more like, let's try to sell fakes, go back and forth, get picks, and then go back and forth. Hopefully, Method, if that's the case, understands this and will not overextend on rotations, and that should easily shut things off in his first round. And if it doesn't work out for Follow Esports, it might tilt them moving on to the second.
Yes, we are going to see Follow Esports setting up over here towards upper B. Desi is going to be coming mid with a Molotov, and we do see Method getting aggressive. The flash comes out. Desi aware of it, goes inside of the cubby here, but Toy does pick up Hades in that process, and Elves gets caught by a nade. So great aggression here from Method, works out really well.
There you go. So they had to set out. They played it slowly, and as they set up at the top of mid, well, the CT side said, screw it. Let's just push up to kill 3 guys simultaneously, or pretty much at the same time, on the top of mid and underpass. But just like that, we are getting 2 kills of our own up at mid and also towards the A side from Webbit and Desi. Still could be a clutch round coming through, but the bomb is being watched by Silent, knowing that the bomb is down at upper B. Will get support as well from Toy, so it's going to be a tough hold right now, or a tough retake for Desi, who's coming through, gets up, down, and it's 17-17.
Yeah, so just like that, Method's tied it back up off of some mid-aggression, just being able to get a really, really favorable trade as they push up the mid-slope and caught a couple of kills there. And now we're all even again. Follow Esports not even really able to roll out whatever it was they were talking about during the freeze time. But we are going to see if they have anything else planned. And now they are going to be staging up here over at A, so they have plenty of smokes and Molotovs. So it seems like they will just roll out some type of set A tactic with Wabbit trying to do some type of flanking maneuver here. And we'll see how this pans out as they're just kind of waiting for that A ramp smoke to dissipate. And they will begin to try to make this work. Oh, he couldn't catch it.
So I'm forced to fall back at Firebox. They do have 3 guys at the bottom of the A ramp here for the terrorist team. And Smoke is just going to try to hold things off and count that timer down for the CT side's advantage. And also they're going to flash out to let Silent look back towards this middle area to see if anybody's going to peek out there. But really, they're playing an alert play with Wabbit towards the upper B halls, and the rest of them will execute towards A. So can they get it done this time for Follow Esports?
Yeah, they get some good smokes in. They have them up there on jungle and a straight line through the site, and they do isolate Strebber there at stairs, and they do pick it up, and the bomb will be able to make its way into plant. But everyone's falling around Ocean now. It's a 3-on-3, and Wabbit so far away. He is going to make his way there now, but we'll see if this retake can work. Justin's already in the site, and Sonic finds
nice
a knock frag.
Yeah, they spot one on Catwalk as well, and they're just going to shoot each other on connectors, so they give away their positions here, but still trades coming through. Last one's going to get spotted. Hades, if he clutches this, will ace it for the clutch, but he will not. Gets a 4K, good trades all around. Justin gets the frag, and he actually got off the bomb.
He was looking for a kit, but realized there wasn't one nearby, so now he goes back towards the bomb, and luckily he'll still get it. Just imagine if he would have hunted for the kit a little bit longer.
That would have been lols.
That would have been, and that would have been like, I would have been so tilted if I was dead if that would have happened,
yeah.
But it doesn't. He does get it, and now Method, they answer right back to Follow Esports, and now they've ensured themselves at least a second OT. They've also made it to where Follow Esports doesn't necessarily have a full buy here. I mean, they have Wabbit on just a Deagle. They still have pretty decent utility, though, and they still do have 4 guys on AK, so it's not too bad.
Actually, if they actually lose this round, but they hurt a lot of the economy, FE doesn't have much to work with on the next round after.
Els does find Toy trying to get aggressive there on the underpass, so really well done. And next round doesn't matter. This is the last one, so money.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Really sorry, bro.
Yeah. It's late.
Okay. It's okay. It is quite late. It's 1
old
a.m. Almost 1 a.m. Eastern time. You are
Give
old,
me my
man.
bib.
As Follow Esports with their 5 members will be staging up over here at A again. They have 2 players over towards upper B. And actually, I'm not even 100% sure what they're setting up for at this point. I don't think they do either. They know they have a 1-man advantage, though, so they're just trying to play their advantage, trying to see if they can't find an opening as they are throwing some. This is going to be a
Yeah,
fake A to a B hit.
Yeah. So Ely's going to have to hold the B side. And at this point, I don't think he's jump peeking. He's just going to... Yeah, he's going to flash it out and peek, but he's not going to see anything yet. So really nobody's... Okay, now he's actually going to rotate out. So this is actually going to be huge right now for the B side. Justin, though, is about to annihilate the whole push. But Ely's still rotating across.
Yeah, I mean, he got 2 kills, so they think they've done it. They think they stuffed it. They think they've won the round, basically, but really they haven't. The fake works out perfectly. Despite losing all their members, they're still able to get this bomb planted inside the B bomb site. But look at Ely. He snuck in. They have no clue he's in here just yet, but the smoke blocks Hades, and he makes his way out.
He's gonna look back here towards the left side of the site. It's a 4 versus 3. The flash comes through. A nice kill coming through by Hades. Makes it at the bench. He gets the kill into Ely. This could be the winning round for the T side just because of that mistake of over-rotating just inside the last man standing on a 2 versus 1. With 17 HP, that's it. This is going to be it. They spot him. Hades went for the peek there from the bench side, and that's 18 to 18. I was just listening at the same time here, just a team chat going through. There's some miscommunication going through, and there was some yelling going on saying this is not the first time that Fellow Esports has faked us. So again, it's just Ely on the over rotation.
I feel like they just thought they won the round. Like when Justin got those 2 kills on A ramps, they thought the round was pretty much dead in the water. Like they thought, yeah, this team's setting up for a late A hit. We just busted it. We got the 2 kills. We're good to go. But I mean, the key thing there is Justin didn't see the bomb. And as you noted, Fellow Esports has run several fakes on their Terra side throughout this game. So the moment that Justin didn't spot a bomb when he got those 2 kills, he should have immediately told someone, hey, you need to stay B.
Think about it this way as well. It's a, what? It was a 4 versus 4?
Right. Plus, he gets 2 kills, and you have 3 people in A. So even if you leave 1 B, you still have a numbers advantage to keep holding the A side.
Exactly. So even if Justin got killed, even if the bomb was there as a 3rd guy killing Justin, he still has 2 more guys behind him to support him on top of Tetris and also inside the site. So no matter what, technically the bomb wouldn't make it through, and then Ely could actually rotate across. If not, just stuff towards A, just stuff towards B, the victory was theirs. Now they're gonna get tilted. At least they start off on CT side, this side here, but we'll have to see. If it actually moves on to the next half here, to the second overtime, should I say, if the frustration continues on from Meta's side, which actually gives him a little bit of disadvantage in terms of focus.
It's also important to note that past all of that, they still had a 4-on-2 retake opportunity that they lost. Like Hades and I think it was Els that was upper B, were able to still shut down the 4-man rotation trying to retake. Like Hades came up really big there. So yeah, I mean, I guess they kind of ruined things a bit by over-rotating, but still, they had a huge advantage on that retake, and they couldn't make that work either. So that's kind of where they messed up twice, I guess you could say. So that certainly hurts. That stings. But we are going to the second overtime now. It's a race to 22. 21-21 split will lead to a 3rd OT, and they're breaking out an auto sniper for the first time here on the CT side. That's a huge investment if you lose this round. So they need to make sure that they make that thing work.
And I think whoever's lurking, Desi, should have heard 2 guys up on catwalk, maybe thinking nobody's at upper B, but little do you know, Silent pushed up there, gets the ob kill, and that's a lot of information given away because he does not see anybody else at upper B. This stack, though, is still on catwalk. Nobody's pushing out to rotate across to support A. So this could be still very huge for Follow Esports to overtake this A site because of this fake thing.
And they had no eyes on mid either, but Hades just steps out alone, and that's just an easy kill there for Strebber. So now it's a 5 versus 3, and we'll see if Follow Esports, what can they do in this 3v5? Oh my god, that was nasty.
Yeah, and now just like that, it's a 4 versus 2 up at Tetris. The last 2 guys remaining, it's Else and Ocean. Now they are trying to creep in towards that site. Support coming through. Toy gets the frag. Ocean's the last man standing. And gets at least a nade kill. Ocean's inside the site. P2K to take him down to about 26, but then Toy comes back with a 2K. Saves that auto sniper as well for Strebber. And that's going to be a Method getting back in this game.
Yes, the Sanda's getting that pick at upper B. That's something you can't really account for. That was just a crazy kill. But Hades working out of A ramp a little bit off-timed. I mean, he didn't really have anybody with him. That's just an easy kill for Strebber at that point when you're walking out alone with no one to follow up with you. And then that's just them having to play out of a 3 versus 5. That's rather difficult, and they just can't get it done. So, Method off to a good start here in this second overtime on the CT side. Follow Esports just spread out at this point. You know, 1 A ramp, 1 Palace, bomb over towards upper B. Maybe they're setting up for another fake. They've been successful with them in the past, but you got to think Method this time around going to be a bit more cautious.
They've been cautious, actually, this whole T side on OT so far, so... But look how aggressively it's happening again. Look at number 4. He's actually pushed all the way up, and he saw him, but he still looked right. He's like, let me check this corner, and then let me just look away. Without really checking the corner. When you check a corner, check your freaking corner.
Every time that Fallout eSports has been in a man advantage like this is when they've really thrown their fakes. And this is where they've been able to sell them, because they force people to be a bit more anxious and rotate a bit more because they're a man down.
Yeah.
Hopefully Method will leave one person in place this time around, since they got burned so hard in the first OT. But later, Ocean.
So that's the auto sniper coming in from Strebber again towards A, and Silent, who's actually going to smoke deep to start things off. And then, well, he actually rotated to start, but after that auto sniper kill, decides to fall back. But they are moving down towards this underpass now. And Justin actually had to win that fight against Desi out towards A site, and he does so. So this could be big right now for Tori, who's holding towards connector. Oh, the drive-by, yep.
And because Silent was so concerned about a fake, he's really far away. So Justin's kind of left alone here inside the A-bomb site. He goes down immediately, and that's probably the round unless Silent comes with actually huge. So maybe Follow Esports playing a bit of mind games, knowing that they had Method concerned about a fake. Don't do one. They just kind of roll out a hit here, and they catch people really spaced apart.
Yeah, so now Silent is trying to move out on this jungle side. He spots one, makes it a 2 versus 1, but he's going to have to work a little bit faster now. Going to force the molly out of Firebox. He spots Els. Oh, puts him down to 29, just couldn't get the kill. And that's going to give the round here for Follow Esports.
Yeah, so now we're square again at 19 all. Both teams still plenty of money to get a full purchase here. Wabbit going to have that op. He does have a pretty good spawn to take it over towards the A side of the map. Not really an opportunity to do any type of mid pick or anything like that. So yeah, he will take that op into Palace. The rest will gather up over here at A ramp, and they're just going to commit to an A hit. And they're going to do it fast. No set smokes. They're just going to rush up the ramp, and they eat a lot of nade damage.
Oh, at least Trevor's so aggressive. Gets a third one. Looking for the fourth. Spamming through the smoke. They finally take him down, but at least the bomb is down, and everybody's going to over-rotate back. Trades coming through, and Desi's the last man standing with 36 HP. So they know that he's at Tetris. He peeks out and headshot it by Silent with the AWP overkill. And they take the lead here, moving into the second half.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Follow Esports try something completely different, which you got to credit them for. They're trying something different. They're trying to catch, Method off guard. They pull out a play that they haven't ran at all during the first overtime or during regulation. They just run up A naked, basically. No nades. They just rush full speed. Everyone there, but they ran straight into a nade stack. And, I mean, 3 of their guys were already down to, like, the red zone before any exchanges began to happen inside the site. So that was just a huge, huge hit to take by all that stacking of the nades. And yeah, there you have it. Method will take the edge going into the second half. They need to win a couple here to close it out for themselves, to at least salvage a tie in this series, where again they were a 90% favorite on the Go Lounge, and they're still in a situation where they could lose here. So that's big.
So we're now readied up here for the second half of the second overtime between Method and Follow Esports. Now the Methods should take the quote-unquote harder side here of this map. At least how this has been played out for both of these teams. I don't know. It's so back and forth of who's stronger and what side, because they've both pulled off some good rounds on T side and CT side without really having, I don't know. Honestly, I think it's been kind of scrambled in terms of execution, and it all came down to like pure trades and aim and holds.
Yeah, that's true. I think Method had a little bit better, I guess, tactics on T side. They look a bit more polished on how they want to execute things, but it hasn't amounted to them winning more rounds just yet. I mean, it's still been an equal exchange just because Follow Esports has been a bit better on their T side of winning gun battles despite not having the key tactics. But here comes a full A hit here from Method right off the bat.
Yeah, counter flash is coming through though. 2 of them blinded up on top of Tetris. One's dancing on top of the flames. Else manages to get a kill with Hades as well, but Method still trying to overcommit towards this A bomb site. They don't want to give up just yet. Bomb is being thrown. Hades is down to 1 HP. 1 HP! Finally, the smoke dissipates and Ely takes him down. 3 versus 3 now, so a smart move at least for Method to not play so aggressively right after.
Yeah, really well done there. I mean, just how Follow Esports caught some kills with the guys to the smokes, which is so unlucky for Method. Just not doing anything to really clear out under balcony, taking a lot of damage from that. But they still get it back into a 3-on-3. They finally get rid of Hades. They didn't have a chance now. They're using something to try to work a pick from Palace with the op, but he's not going to find anything. They are still looking to recommit to A, but they've bought so much, they've killed so much time that they've forced one to rotate to B, one to be concerned about it. So that's going to help them out as now they'll come in with pretty much a 3 versus 2 on the site.
Well, Ely is actually pushing up with the bomb, though. They spot Desi on top of the stairs. He loses the bomb. That's it. Justin's going to be a 3 versus 1, and the clock's going to run out. He's spamming through the wooden planks, looks back towards jungle, but Ocean's going to get the kill.
And Desi just wins those duels time and time again, man.
Yep.
He's had, I guess, a rough game overall, but mostly on the terror sides. On CT sides, when he's able to hold the spot, he's just been so good at being able to claim the kills there, and that's just kind of what happened. Method just losing out to the skill there pretty much, and now we're tied up again, 20-20. At this point, each team needs 2 rounds to win. A 1-round split leads to a 3rd overtime, as we are going to see Method gearing up pretty heavy towards upper B, but I mean, the bomb's still pretty far back, and they do catch Wabbit. What a nice frag to get.
They did try to go for a 3-man stack towards B side. Now, after those snakes and flashes are being thrown, they should say, okay, they did stack towards B. Yep. We should try to take back towards mid control, but they're just going to still just reset. So this is good. This is exactly what they did towards A as well. After they had the initial fights and lots of flash and smokes being thrown, once they don't spawn anybody anymore, let's just hold it out for a bit and wait it out and see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you got to think maybe we'll eventually force this 1B guy to kind of leave, and then we'll just have 1B again. That's kind of what they're aiming for. They're even sending one back towards T spawn, maybe to go make some noise over at A, or throw like a smoke in the window at mid, get them guessing that something else is really going on here. As that smoke did go out on the catwalk, which isn't really going to force anyone on the CT side to move. Yeah, they are, and no one's really moved here from Follow Esports either.
So now the 2-man stack still holds inside B. Else is able to make 1, but traded out by Toy. I don't think they know that the 3rd guy's in here. It's going to be Ocean, but he's not going to hold it. Yeah, so 4 versus 2. Desi and Hades, the last 2 remaining.
That's the end of that. Hades with the op here, trying to see if he can save it, but Toy looks like he's going to be able to cut him off. No, never mind. Hades does, in fact, grab that, but he's still going to get chased here, so this is going to be a tough save.
Peeking out now. Ely is about to go for the body peek.
Just baiting, though. Let this guy come flank in.
There it is. And no. So, Hades will be able to save the op. It's going to be at least 21-20 in favor of Method. And that's it.
Yeah, so the op is saved, and there's still plenty of money here for Follow Esports to drop everyone around. Method here at map point, looking for the tie if they can close this thing out. So far, their T side has been good. They've won a couple of rounds here on the terrorist side. Let's see if they can find one more. We do see them again just kind of spreading out here. Bomb towards the back of T spawn. 1 over towards the palace. Everyone else over towards upper B and back mid. There's a huge underpass push going on, though, with Desi and Els. They're not going to spot anybody, however, and they'll just begin to start falling back a little bit.
It is smoked under there to try to retake control at upper mid. Ely is there, getting ready to throw a smoke. He's also with Toy, so they're going to go for that double peek coming soon. But still nobody's going to peek out on the CT side. I think they're going to throw the flash first and go for the peeks after. But the Ash is going to be focused towards here for sure. Yeah, Strebber is actually on underpass, though.
Yeah, they're going to... Yeah, he catches Desi in the back. Really well done there. They got smokes up a connector as well to really block Els from having any vision on the cat cross at first, but then Ely steps in connector and Els is able to take him down. The smoke dissipates. Now we have a 4-on-4, but it's going to be an A hit. They're trying to come through connector, palace, and A ramp all at once to try to get onto this A bomb site, but the rotation's already here. Wabbit and Hades are already in CT spawn waiting for this, and Els is at jungle.
Yeah, if anything, they should try to boost towards window, but Els is still looking at it from that little cubby at jungle side, so they're just going to have to count back on palace. Nice flash coming through. That's going to trade across. They know that once towards CT spawn, make that even 2. They should be able to overtake this A bomb site, at least for the plant, and they're planning it perfectly for Catwalk and Connector, where they actually have a 2-man crossfire set up.
Yeah, they had to. They don't have any smoke to block all CT spawns, so to safely get a plant off, they really had to play towards their numbers, which were towards jungle. They do get another kill onto Ocean. There's a little bit of a weird battle going on here towards the site, and Hades takes a lot of damage, but he's still up, and now they have a 2 versus 2.
Clock is still taking on a bomb. They're going to smoke the front. Hades is going to go on it. They're spamming across. And just like that, it's going to be a 2 versus 1. They hear his spraying, and Strebber does not get the ace. Tori's going to steal it, but at least it is going to be GG.
Yeah, so I mean, Method salvaging a tie here in a situation where they were a pretty heavy favorite, but they did lose Dust 2 in a single overtime. But if they come back on Mirage, they win it in double OT. So a pretty long night, I have to say. I mean, we went the distance and then some on both maps tonight here for the Pro League. So I guess job well done to both teams. I think Method's probably a bit disappointed they didn't get the W on the series tonight, especially since you're playing against a team that's, had a rough season thus far and is using a stand-in. You think you should have it, but they just didn't quite have enough to get it done.
Hey, at least at the end of the day, a tie is better than a loss from the way things have been going for them. They actually battled hard to actually bring this into overtime one more time for Method. They were trailing 12, I think, before they came back into overtime. So good plays, good games overall for Method, and congratulations to both teams. Actually, despite this despite me calling it for it to be scrambled as it is, it couldn't be a better game than what we had in terms of an outcome. And if I was actually playing that match, I definitely would not be. I'd be worse than Ocean.
Right. So with that said, we are done for tonight, but we still have plenty of Pro League coverage coming at you the next couple of months. We do this every day. It's Sunday through Thursday, Europe during the day, NA in the evening. For example, kicking off things tomorrow, we have a doubleheader from Gamers2.Kingwin. They will take on eFrag and Infinity tomorrow. That starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time, so be on the lookout for that. Also, me and Vansilli, we will be back tomorrow night, and we will be bringing you a couple of matches from the NA scene. We are going to have Method, the team you just saw tonight, taking on Team Coast, and then we have Luminosity taking on Complexity. That all starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So be on the lookout for that stuff tomorrow. And again, we do this coverage daily, so just be sure to follow up over here on MLG.tv. You can also give the follow over to CEVO and MLG on social media on Twitter, at CEVO, at MLG, and give them your feedback and let them know what you think so we can improve the product. And also, you can show some love to the people working here tonight with you. That is at Dust Moret, at Vansilli, and then, of course, at Helium Umbrella, who is running production tonight. We'd appreciate all your following and support there as well. And without further ado, Vansilli, I'll let you take us out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night, and see you guys tomorrow on MLG TV for more CEVO action.